it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic, and today I wanted to try something new. I'm putting my schedule together for the new year, and one of the things I'm thinking I may do is a monthly something old, something new video, where I look at some of the old products and tools and things that I've got that I've been using that month and really enjoying, as well as anything new that I've purchased that month as well that I wanted to share with you. I love watching these kind of videos on YouTube. Generally, they tend to be themed around new products or favourites for the month. And I'm not intending to buy new stuff every month. So that's why I thought I'd also bring in something old as well as something new. So we'll give it a crack for October. I'd love to hear your thoughts if this is something you'd like to see more of. And obviously I'll just be guided by how many views I get and likes, that kind of stuff. So please contribute if you enjoyed this video, and it's something that I'll do for the new year. So today I want to go through October. I'll start with the something old. I've got 4 items here that I've used quite a lot this month. Let me get the biggest one out of the way, move everything out of the way while I show you the biggest one. And this is my really useful box. Now I've got a couple of these, and this is where I keep all my Christmas stuff together. So if you've not used these boxes before, they are a UK product. They're great for storing. They do 12 by 12s. Unfortunately, they don't fit in the Kallax units if you have those systems. So I generally stuff this in one of the Alex drawers that I've bought. But what I love about them is, hopefully you can see, that you get a top layer with all these little segments in, so you can section off stuff, and a really deep base as well here. I'd say that's about 3 inches deep for all your papers and stuff. So this does tie quite nicely with my something new, which I will come on to later. But I have absolutely loved spending time going through on my Christmas stash. But yeah, it was great to get this out because it's probably been March when I finished my December daily. So going through here and using up some of the papers and just seeing what I've got has been really great. So that is something old that I've really enjoyed this month. So that's a big one, so let me get that out of the way. And then I'll show you something a little bit smaller. This is a Fiskars border punch. It is, God knows how old it is. It's the only border punch I've got actually, because I bought it and never really used it. But then I saw Paige Evans did a design, I think it was on Instagram or YouTube, I can't remember. Hers was slightly different. She used a border punch to do strips, and she did hers like crossways in a diamond shape, working her way in. So this is what I produced with that. So it was just layering down to get some texture and some design on here. Obviously I've not gone through the process video of making this, but I did put it on Instagram, and I absolutely love it. It was quite therapeutic, punching out so many strips, but then putting it down. It's quite a methodical process, but I love the overall effect, and this has got to be one of my favourite layouts that I've done this year. And who'd have thought it? It's just an old punch that I got in my supplies. So if you've got heaps of punches, as I know a lot of us do, but not used them in a while because they do kind of go out of favour, definitely check out Paige Evans. Hers obviously looks a million times better than mine, but her tutorials are great, really easy to follow. So definitely give that a go. So that's been another favourite. This is one of my favourite layouts of the month, and I'm glad I was able to use something in my stash to create it. Now the other thing that I have used a lot of this month is these Tim Holtz Ideology. Now I've had these for a long time, and I'm just going to quickly flip and show you all the blank spaces, because you can then get a sense of how many that I've used this month. I don't tend to use a lot of these darker ones, I'll be honest. I prefer the white strips, but let me just quickly show you what I've created with them. So I've made a couple of little books for my nieces. I'm sure they're not going to be watching this, so I think I can show you. And these are just a little mini album. So this was a little envelope album that I did, and you can see this is where I'd put the little tiny stickers on some of these. So this is just going to be a little Christmas stocking filler for them, especially because my niece Jessica is going to come and spend Christmas with us in Australia, which I'm really looking forward to. Final thing that I've really loved this month and been using a lot was, as I mentioned, I'm getting myself organised ready for next year, and this is my craft planner. So I did post a video of this right at the start of my channel a long time ago. I'm probably due for a refresh. I might even do a walkthrough if you're interested in seeing that for the new year. But I did decide to go through and completely redo my craft planner because it was a little bit of everything. So so you see I've got things like Christmas cards I need to make, must do checklists, and let's go to a future month, April next year. So I use the Carpe Diem Bloom sticker book just to go through and just to make it look pretty. And you can see as well, this is where I also use some of these tiny word phrase stickers. I'm still keeping with my theme of putting things on little post-it notes as placeholders, for example. So I know what's happening that month, like Father's Day in the UK, and then that just gives me an idea of what I want to create and what crafty things I need to do. Because not all of these, of course, will be for YouTube. Some will just be for birthdays and gifts, that kind of stuff. So I had a lot of fun just really embellishing this. These inserts are from Chasing Planner Piece. I'll put a link to them below as well. That's also where I got the planner from. It's my favourite one because it coordinates with my room. But yeah, I had a lot of fun just getting ready and organised for next year. So these inserts come undated, which you'll see I've wrote the dates in, but again, that's great. And I did buy a pack, a social media planner pack from Etsy, and this is you print it yourself, and this is what it looked like. I'm not 100% sure I will end up using these because I'm kind of in a pretty good rhythm. I don't need to write things down to remember what to do on those, you know, with the plan and stuff. But we'll give it a go. We'll try it. I like the fact it's got all these different things you can tick off, but just the format is too tiny for me. It really is too tiny. I'm not a big fan of the fonts and whatnot, but the good thing is it's downloadable, so you can print it off and many times as you want, I guess. So yeah, so this was something else that I'd stuck in there, but I'll not go through the entire planner. But again, I right at the start of October I decided I need to get more organised because there was so much stuff building up that I needed to do that I really wanted to start using this again. So those are my 4 things, kind of the 4 main things I've been spending my weekends on. A couple of weekends on Christmas, another weekend on the book, and then another weekend making these cute little albums. So on to something new. Now, going back to Christmas, I'm going to show you some photos now as I continue to talk, because I've been part of a Facebook group run by Michelle Hunter from the Stamp Spot. I don't want any spoiler alerts just in case my swap partner does see this, but again, for a couple of weekends I've been putting together a Christmas pocket advent exchange. So basically you're using pocket pages, you make up an advent calendar, and there's little gifts for every day of the week. And we got to learn a little bit about our swap partner. My swap partner is Eva in Melbourne, so I'll link her down below as well. And I had a lot of fun doing it. I really did. It was great to get out my Christmas stuff. So that got posted off this week. We had to get posting dates out by early November, so that's why October we started with Christmas. So you may have seen my Sprocket printer video. This was an impulse purchase, oh my lord, a very expensive one, but it was almost half price of what I'd seen it before, and it's already coming in handy. I mean, the convenience really does outweigh maybe the cost. Let me show you one of the layouts that I did this month using it. So this was my first ever Sprocket photo that I used in this 8x8 layout, and it was just so convenient. Rather than waiting to go to the printer, to Officeworks or wherever, it was just great to be able to print out a quick photo, because I knew I had a midweek crafting time that I wanted to use. And you can see the quality is, you can't complain about the quality. I mean, time will tell whether they fade or whatever, but I absolutely love it. So I think I'm definitely going to be using more of that. And my video, I'll put a link to it if you've not seen it. It's more of an unboxing, first time using. Now that I've had a bit of a play with it, I may in a few months' time do a more of a product review. But I've found out you can do stickers, you can print lots of photos to make a bigger one, to do a bit of a collage. So that's my next 12 by 12 layer. I'm going to print out lots of these little photos to then make a bigger one. Yeah, so there's looks like there's lots of things you can do with it now that I've got it out of the box and had to play with it. So the sprocket was a great purchase for me in October. The other thing that I got in October, and you'll have seen this on my did I do a whole video? I can't remember. I certainly did a picture on Instagram, is this Make Art station by Ranger. So this is a 12 by 12 size. It's a magnetic board. You get this magnetic ruler with it, and you also get these magnets. So I think the idea is it's for stenciling, because you know you can hold your stencils down rather than using washi tape. And wow, it is like super strong, but I'm finding it so much more useful than just stenciling, because this is my step of 30 days of thanks that I'm going to do. You can see the bulkiness of it, but you know what, being able to just when I'm doing my pocket books, just using these to hold this down is absolutely great. Look at that, it's just so strong. I am really loving this little Make Art station for sure. So, and it wasn't as expensive as I thought it was going to be, I have to say. So that's been a definite winner for my desk. Memory decks. Now I am very late coming to the memory decks party. I'll just take these out. I'll just quickly show you the ones that I've created this month while I talk about it. So I've kept seeing these pop up on Instagram, never even heard of memory decks. If you've not heard of it as well, I may do a little video with all the ins and outs of memory decks as far as I know. But you can see here, they're just little 4x3-ish cards from, I think Heidi Swap created the idea. And again, these have been so great. If you've only got a short amount of time, I'd say it takes less than 10 minutes to create one of these. I guess it depends how much stuff you're doing on them, but they're so quick and easy to do that I just love them, and they just look so pretty in my craft room. So that's been another joy for me of October, something new that I've not done before, which is making these little memory decks cards. So I've had a busy October now that I'm reflecting on it, with the advent calendar and the getting ready with Christmas presents and making these, but it's been a lot of fun. So that is my overview of October, and it's been great to share with you some of the projects that I've done that I've not necessarily shared as a process video on YouTube, as well as just talking through some of the supplies that I've used, new ones that I've bought as well. So please let me know what you think. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more of it, let me know. I will be doing another one obviously for November and December, and then I'll make a decision whether I continue it in the new year or not. But thank you for watching, staying through to the end. I really do appreciate it, and have yourself a fantastic weekend.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you've got any comments about this video, please leave them below. I'd love to see them. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. That way YouTube knows to recommend similar ones for you. And finally, if you'd like to see more from me, and I hope so, please subscribe by clicking the link below. I post new content every weekend.